they just picked up one of Lil Durk's peoples that's really close to him, and now they taking Durk, extraditing him back to California because this is where all the crimes happen. So Durk is gonna get charged in California, which is way more tough than where he was at. They took him from Florida, where they pretty much took him into custody, and they shipped him all the way out to California. So he's gonna have to do his time with all the California people and everything like that. If y'all new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video, man. So at the end of the day, they already know that Lil Durk, he's gonna have to like sit down for a while before they get to the whole case and everything like that. Lil Durk's dad just tried to pull up to the pre-trial hearing and everything like that, and this is when it all happened. Like, this was all in California, just happened minutes ago and everything. So now they're pretty much looking at it as if basically they're going to try him for the RICO, because now they know that OTF is connected by, you know, with the credit cards and the iCloud and everything like that. And so they know Durk wasn't just the people that Durk was telling what to do, allegedly, everything alleged, but whoever he was telling what to do, whoever did the drill and everything, they connected them back to OTF as well. So if Durk connected to OTF, the credit cards and the iClouds and all the payments for the rental cars and the flights and the clothes they were wearing, if that was all through OTF connected, then the guys who did the drill is connected to them too. That means they're about to hit everybody with the RICO. And this is why they're taking this matter so seriously, because the feds, they actually wait until they have over a 95% chance that they're going to get you before they come and get you. That's why the feds, sometimes they let you build up whatever you're doing so that they have evidence against you. They've been watching Durk because they were doing stakeouts. They've been taking photos and everything like that. And it really didn't help about him having Jam around him, and Jam had the wire and who knows who else, because now that we just finding about one person in Lil Durk's group wearing the wire, you might come to find out very soon that it was a whole nother person that was also possibly telling, possibly might have snitched to reduce their sentence. I mean, this is what goes down nowadays. A lot of people, they'll, you know, to get the loyalty and to get the street reputation, the street cred, and earn their stripes, they'll go and participate in hitting the lick or doing the drill or whatever, so that they could get in their foot in the door and everything like that. Because you got to look at it, man. Like, Durk was giving people $50,000, so why wouldn't they do it? They all don't have no bread or nothing like that, and so this is their only opportunity to be able to have something. And at the end of the day, with all them people doing all this stuff for Durk allegedly and for OTF allegedly, then and Durk is really the only guy with all this money. So you got all these people, and they're getting in trouble. They're getting indictments. They're being suspects on things. They're getting brought in and all this stuff to the precincts, to the county, to penitentiaries and all that. And whole time, they don't got no bread to fight these charges. And the only person that has all this bread is Lil Durk. And basically, at the end of the day, when push comes to shove and they're facing 100 years, they're facing 20, 30, 40-year sentences, they want to be able to go back home to their family. So this is why a lot of people, they're like, you know what? I done put too much work in for Durk. I done put in too much for OTF and all these people that keep telling me do this, do that, and basically making it to where they keep getting stuck in the streets. And these dudes, they stuck in the streets. They owe this guy a favor, that guy a favor. They're supposed to do this for Durk, that for OTF. And at the end of the day, they get jammed up. And now they're like, okay, they're never going to be able to get out. So this is why they're telling. And it's like, that's why you have to be careful, especially when all these people want to be in groups and clicked up, but it's one guy with all the money. And it's that one guy trying to boss everybody around, tell them, you know, like basically at the end of the day, a lot of people said that Durk never slid like himself. He never went and did all the stuff. So he had to have the other people do it. And that's why allegedly that they're saying that he was paying for them to do it. But then at the end of the day, when he pays for them to do it and they realize that they got caught in this whole mess, they end up telling on him, because he's the guy with the idea. He came with the plan. If he didn't give him that money to go do it, they would have never did it. And it's like waving a carrot. It's like waving food in front of someone's face that's starving and hungry out here in the streets. And it's like, this is why everybody got to realize that you cannot follow in this type of path, man, because at the end of the day, if everybody was doing this for money or power or whatever like that, man, people could have started their own businesses. Them dudes that did the drill could have came together and started something to make their own bread and stuff. They didn't have to do these things, these outrageous, egregious acts that ended up getting them life sentences, getting Durk life sentence and all this. And then the people on the other side who got sent up, it's an all bad situation. And that's why it's a lot of karma. It's a lot of karma around this whole thing about OTF and Lil Durk and all the people that pretty much got sent up, all the people that is not here no more due to this beef, all the people that got dissed after passing and everything, and they saying they smoking on this person, that person. It's a lot of karma from all of the stuff that they said, from what Lil Durk was rapping about, and he's putting people's names in these raps, and he's sneak dissing a lot of people that just got sent up. I mean, like Gucci Mane tried to warn him. He said, you know what's, hey, he said, young, and slow down with all that, man, because the feds is listening to this. Like, that's Gucci's whole verse in the song Rumors with Lil Durk. And not only that, but Durk predicted all this was going to happen. He said in Federal Nightmares that he might think about deleting his iCloud if he feels that them people are after him, if they watching him. And he never did that. And they ended up pretty much getting the access to the iClouds. And that's what got him in even more trouble, because they already had a little, you know, they already had some of the evidence. But for Durk to mention in the text and in the phone calls and have him saying out of his mouth to do this and do that, and to try to cover up saying, hey, keep my name out this, don't use my anything with my name to pay for this and that. And basically he should have listened to his own advice. And now that the feds tapped his phone, they tapped his people's phones, everybody that he was calling, they were watching him, they were following him around in the black trucks, and he didn't even know it, because now it's black trucks everywhere. And basically Durk going city to city to all these big places, and the feds are literally just right behind him, right on his tail. They're just behind the other car behind him. And they've been closely watching him for years and years, letting this build up. And, you know, the fact that a lot of the lawsuits came with him being sued from, you know, having something to do with a lot of other stuff in Chicago, like Mama Duck and all them were suing Durk, and all this just came out a week or two before we find out that the feds went and actually got Lil Durk and is extraditing him back to California. And now a lot of people are saying, oh, did Brick Baby drop the location on Lil Pab and Quando Rondo? Was Brick Baby the guy that was telling OTF and Lil Durk about the locations of the people that they were looking for in LA? And because you got to realize that it's in the list, the indictment report that came out, it got Lil Durk's, the documentation came out, and there's 3 other people who's basically the identity is being hidden right now. But it says that one of the people that dropped the location on Quando Rondo's Escalade truck, and allegedly people are saying it could have been Brick Baby and all this other stuff, because, you know, remember when Adam 22 went to Oblock and gave them the $100,000, and it's like, how is it that Brick Baby, who worked for Adam 22 and No Jumper, is allegedly, people think that he's dropping locations to OTF, then his boss Adam 22 after that goes to Oblock and gives them $100,000. So that all looks a lot of like very fishy and everything like that. So like the Lil Durk's people are mad at Brick Baby for even basically being involved in all of this, or even talking about it, and the fact that it was too close. And now that Durk's gonna be in Cali, in LA or whatever, there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna have a lot of things to say to him and all that, because now he's not back where he's not in Chicago, he's not at where he's comfortable or nothing like that, where he knows the people and that they could be, you know, giving him special treatment. People might be able to watch his back and everything. Now he's gonna have to deal with just cutthroat people from the streets of California, which, you know, he probably still knows a lot of people from that. But at the end of the day, y'all gotta realize that the feds basically worked this whole thing on watching him, and now they got all the evidence that they need. They're going to bring the witnesses to the stand to basically testify against Durk. Jam might come back into the trial. Brick Baby, or allegedly whoever drop the location for OTF, they might come to the trial and basically say that they sent the location to these OTF members, to these phone numbers and all that. And, you know, they might get a lot of other people too, because the guys that actually did the drill, the guys that blasted at Quando Rondo and Lil Pob and sent them up, them two guys have been telling the whole time, because they were the first people to get indicted for this. They caught them first from the security footage, playing it, you know, and seeing where they came from and who had the rental car and all this stuff. They've been piecing this information together like a puzzle for over 2 years. And now it's finally going down. And a lot of people think that this is karma that Lil Durk had coming for him, you know, for a long time now, because of all the other stuff that they was involved in. And, you know, they try to say that this was them sliding for Vaughn, this was this and that, but they should have, you know what, they should have paid tribute and everything. But they, you know, nowadays in 2024, you are not going to be able to get away with none of this stuff, man. They solving everything nowadays. The feds got all the technology. They got all the cameras and everything. The witnesses are going to tell on you. The people that you plan on doing things with, doing the drill with, or hitting the lick with, those people are going to get jammed up, and they're going to tell on you because it was your idea and you put money up and all this stuff, and you got them in a jam, and now they don't feel like they owe you that loyalty no more. So this is the type of stuff that happens when you go too far into the streets, and it's like you can't turn around no more. And so now they all got jammed up in this, and Lil Durk is basically throwing away a lifetime of generational wealth, and he's not going to be able to drop anything. I mean, he might be able to drop from the jailhouse and stuff, but he can't do no performances. He can't do no shows, none of them appearances where they getting 200,000 a night and all this type of stuff. So it's a sad situation, and let me know what y'all think about this whole thing.